Day one, my food's gone. This just got real. First rule, don't panic. Second, find calories fast.
Mushrooms look tempting, but the wrong one can end this episode fast.
Water's my friend, but without food, it's just buying time.
Fire gives me warmth and maybe hope for cooking something later.
Spearing fish without energy? Not fun, but necessary.
Missed again. Every fail costs energy I don't have. I'm still okay. Day one, my body's burning stored carbs. Knowledge is fuel. If I misidentify food, I am done. Bugs are protein, but today I will hold off if I can. Moving burns calories, but standing still can kill you too. Right now, my body's using glycogen. That won't last long. Tracks, but I'm not strong enough to chase anything big. Daylight is time, and time is energy I am spending. Digging for roots burns more than it gives. Bad trade. Hunger makes you careless. I can't let it choose for me.
Food is usually near water. I'll circle back to the stream. End of day one. I feel lighter, not in a good way.
No food today. I'll pay for that tomorrow.
Hunger is loudest at night. This is just day one.
Can't sleep. My body keeps asking for fuel. Focusing on the stars. Anything but the emptiness.
Day two starts with the same question. Where's the food?
Water tricks the stomach, but not for long. Passive traps work while I save energy. No tracks, no hair. Nothing came through here last night. These tracks are old. I need my traps closer to where animals actually move today. Setting traps is cheap on calories if you don't rush and mess it up.
If anything lives in here, it leaves clues. Shells, tracks, something.
I have to limit how far I walk. Every extra step is fuel I can't replace. Fish are perfect. Clean protein, pure calories if I can hit one. Too slow. I'm already feeling the reaction time drop.
Every miss costs energy and give me nothing back.
On day one without food, it's not just hunger. It's the little weakness in your grip, your balance.
Walking tired is when you twist ankles, fall, get hurt. Hunger makes simple things dangerous.
Spending calories now on shelter so I don't spend all night shivering. Ground insulation keeps your body from leaking heat, especially when you've got no food to burn. This won't win any design awards, but it'll keep the wind off my bones.
Fuel for fire, but no fuel for me yet. That's the trade today.
Little headache creeping in. Classic sign the body's burning through what's left of its easy fuel. Marking the day so I don't lose track. When your brain's tired, time gets fuzzy. Getting lost while you're starving is a fast track to big trouble.
Still set, which means no visitors. No visitors means no dinner.
Something walked near here, but not into my trap. Wrong place, wrong height, wrong timing.
With no food, your body turns the thermostat down. You feel the cold faster. Shaky hands on day one, not from fear, just from being low on fuel. I'm not at my limit yet, but I can feel the slide starting. End of day one, I am hungry, but still in control. Tomorrow, that balance starts to change. Waking up on day two with no food feels like I barely slept.
My body's starting to chew on fat stores now, and soon it'll look at muscle. Water wakes you up, but it doesn't fix the emptiness in your stomach.
Day two is about strategy. Move just enough to maybe find food, not enough to burn out.
If animals are eating here, they'll leave shells or scraps. I just need one good sign. Flipping rocks is cheap energy, and sometimes it's where dinner hides. Not worth the calories to chase something that tiny right now. Head rush. That's what happens when you stand up too fast with no fuel in the tank.
I could push further, but every extra step today is something I will pay for tomorrow. In survival, sometimes the best move is to do less.
Not pretty, but bugs are clean protein if you pick the right ones. Take off the hard, spiky parts, make it a little less awful going down.
Texture, but this is calories, and calories are king out here.
It's not a meal, but
It feels like I did something about the hunger.
I could keep hunting for more, but chasing tiny snacks can burn more than it gives.
It'll take a while for those small calories to register, but psychologically, it's a big boost.
Day two, your body is tapping into fat, but it also starts thinking about eating muscle.
There's probably more food deeper in, but also more ways to get lost and hurt. My plan? Stay anchored to water and shelter, send out short scouting trips instead of wandering. Hunger doesn't just hit your body. It squeezes your focus, makes every plan feel heavier.
When your brain starts to fog, you keep it simple. Water, fire, shelter, food. In that order.
Water, fire, shelter, food. Say it enough times, you don't forget what matters.
That wobble. That's day 2 hunger telling you to slow down. If I go exploring, I need a mental map. I can't afford to get turned around like this. I'll push for food later. Right now, staying oriented is more important than chasing calories.
Breadcrumbs, but with knife marks. Future me will thank present me for this.
Bigger pool, Better chance of bigger fish, but also harder to catch when you're this tired.
That could have been a twisted ankle or a fall. One slip out here can be game over.
Hunger makes your legs shaky, your balance off. You have to double check every step.
Day 2 is where the mental game really starts. Your world shrinks down to water, warmth, and the thought of food.
I've played it safe for 2 days. Now I need to gamble a little to find real calories. Every incline feels steeper when you're running on empty.
Vibes trial.
I'm looking for changes in color and texture, places where different plants might mean food. My legs feel like rubber. That's the 3-day hunger creeping up. That walk wouldn't be a big deal with food. Now it feels like a marathon.
Something's been feeding here. Where there's food for animals, there might be food for me too.
Keep moving, keep scanning, keep breathing. One step, one breath at a time.
Bright colors in the wild can mean calories, or poison, or both.
I don't eat anything I can't positively identify. Hunger doesn't change that rule.
Glossy skin, bright color, milky sap. Every detail matters.
Just because birds can eat it, doesn't mean I can. Human guts have different rules.
If I'm not sure, I treat it like it's dangerous. No tasting, no just a little bit.
Even watching insects can give clues, but I'm not going to gamble my liver on an experiment. 3 days without food makes this look like a feast, but I'd rather be hungry than poisoned. I'm heading back to camp with the same problem I left with, no real food. But at least I'm still making clear decisions.
Okay, this one fired. Please let there be something in it.
It was here and it got away. That could have been my first real meal.
My body's starting to feel hollow, but the real damage is to your morale.
Day 2, no real food, just bugs and hope. Tomorrow, things get serious. My body's now deep into burning fat, and it's eyeing my muscles next. Tonight, the hunger is louder than the forest. Sleep doesn't come easy when your stomach is empty.
It feels like my stomach is eating itself. It's just acid and emptiness.
I'm counting stars just to distract my brain from thinking about food.
With no calories coming in, even keeping this fire alive feels like a workout. Your body slows everything down. Heart rate, metabolism. You become a low-power version of yourself.
Dreams are all about food now. It's like my brain is replaying menus I can't touch.
Nếu không ngủ, ngày mai sẽ khó gấp đôi, kể cả khi không di chuyển.
Just make it to sunrise, then make it to midday. Small goals, that's how you get through this.
Day 3. No real food. This is where your body stops asking nicely and starts shutting things down. Even just standing up now feels like a mission. Head feels thick, thoughts are slower.
That's the brain running low on glucose. Water keeps you alive, but it doesn't give you usable energy. It just keeps the engine from overheating. Legs feel heavy, like there's sand in the joints. That's the fatigue talking. Fine motor skills go first. Shaky hands make everything harder, from tying knots to making fire.
I'm gonna check the traps again. I don't have the energy to build new ones today.
Hunting with traps is like buying lottery tickets, except the prize is survival.
I've got less margin for error now. One bad step can end this episode for real.
Oh, that was closer than it looks. Balance goes downhill fast when you're starving. Your muscles are weaker, your reflex is slower, and the environment doesn't forgive that. Even a small injury right now would be a huge problem. Healing takes energy I don't have. See that? That tiny shake. That's my nervous system running low on fuel. Do I spend calories chasing food? Or save them and just try to outlast the hunger? Getting lost now isn't just inconvenient, it's dangerous.
This little mark is day 3, or what it feels like when your body's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Right now, just sitting feels like an achievement. That's what 3 days with almost no food does. My focus keeps slipping. It's hard to stay locked in when your brain is this tired. Too slow. That split second is exactly what hunger steals from you. I can't just brute force this. I don't have the strength to keep missing. Skill without energy is just theory. My body can't keep up with what my mind wants to do. 3 days in, your body'll burn through glycogen, deep into fat, and now it's nibbling on muscle. Sometimes the smart move is to stop trying before you make a mistake you can't afford.
Imagine your body like a battery. Day 1, you're using what's in the phone. Day 3, you're digging into the emergency reserve. First layer, stored carbs. Second, fat. Third is muscle, the stuff that keeps you moving.
Right now, I'm deep into layer 2 and touching layer 3. That's why everything feels heavy.
Even firewood becomes math. How many sticks for how many hours, for how many calories burned. My body feels colder than it should. That's my metabolism turning the dial down to save what's left.
When you're this hungry, your mind gets stuck on food memories. You have to pull it back or you'll drive yourself crazy.
This is where the mental game is everything. Your body screams, your brain has to stay calm.
You're weaker, slower, colder, more emotional, but you're not done yet. The human body can go longer. The question is, can your mind?
If I can make it through this night, tomorrow everything changes with just one good meal. Oh, 3 full days, no real food. This is day 4 and it feels heavy.
My legs don't want to cooperate. That's what 3 days of starving does. Right now, my body has burned through carbs, fat, and it's knocking on muscle's door. Water keeps me alive, but it doesn't give me the strength I'm craving.
20, 19, 18, 7, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That little counting test is to see how foggy my brain is.
You might notice I'm talking to you and to myself a lot more now.
I'm going back to the traps. I don't have energy to build new ones, so those have to work.
Sometimes you think you hear things. That's just a tired brain playing tricks.
Up there might be eggs. But getting to them is a whole different story.
The hungrier you are, the more you want to take dumb risks. That's when you have to be strict with yourself. Downhill is where tired legs betray you. Gravity helps until it doesn't. My heart's working hard doing almost nothing. That's the cost of not feeding the engine. Still nothing. I'm not surprised anymore, and that's dangerous. You can't give up on small chances. Moment of truth. This is 3 days of hunger answering back, or not. 3 days of no food, and now this little animal is my lifeline. This is the part I don't show in detail, but if you eat meat, this is reality.
You do it quickly, cleanly, with respect. No suffering, no showing off. Undercooked meat, when you're this rundown, is asking for parasites or infection. I want no pink, no weird juices. Overcooked is better than sick right now.
I have to pace this. After 3 days with no food, you don't just slam a big meal.
This is called refeeding slowly, letting your system remember what to do with real calories.
Every drop of fat here is gold. That's dense energy, exactly what I need. It doesn't hit instantly, but you can feel your body going, finally. So far, no cramps, no nausea. That means my body's accepting the fuel.
Protecting what's left, because this isn't just one meal. It's insurance for the next hours. After 3 days with nothing, this doesn't fix me, but it stops the free fall. You clean up even when you're exhausted, because predators love free leftovers.
I've been talking to myself a lot. It's how I keep my mind from drifting into the dark.
For the first time in days, my body isn't just screaming. It's still hurting, but it's not desperate.
Today, after that meal, standing up doesn't feel like climbing a mountain anymore.
It still smells fine. The fire and the wrapping did their job.
Warming it up again helps kill anything that thought about moving in overnight.
Even now, I'm still not stuffing myself. Slow and steady, that's refeeding.
I can feel a little strength coming back to my legs. It's subtle, but it's there.
Giờ tao đã có chút năng lượng tích trữ. Tao có thể nghĩ xa hơn được rồi.
These marks, they're not just days. They're stages of what starvation really feels like. This one is the day things turned around, the day the traps finally paid off.
If you ever go 3 days without food, remember this. Your body can take more than your mind thinks. This was brutal yesterday. Today, it's just hard. That's the difference a little food makes.
From up here, you can see the story. Shelter, water, traps, and one very hungry human.
Now that my stomach isn't screaming, I can finally think clearly again.
The biggest battle wasn't here,
It was here.
You don't bounce back instantly, but your body is quick to use anything you give it.
Organization might not be sexy on camera, but it's what keeps you alive.
"3 days with no food taught me more than a textbook ever could about human physiology. Hunger doesn't just make you weak. It changes how you think, what you care about, how you see time. Gear helps, but when there's no food, your real gear is knowledge and discipline. Shelter, water, fire, I had all three. The missing piece was food, and it shows.
Little mistakes are expensive when you're starving. A small slip can turn into a serious injury. I'm not at 100%, but I'm not on the edge anymore.
Each line here is a snapshot of what my body went through. From hungry to the barely hanging on. I don't need another mark. The rest is already carved in my memory.
Tonight, this fire isn't just about surviving the cold. It's about closing a chapter. Out here, you're never really in control. You're just negotiating with nature and your own body.
So what really happens after 3 days with no food? You get weaker, colder, slower. Your thoughts get sticky. Food becomes the only thing you can think about. Your body burns what it can, your gut twists and complains, and your brain starts to drift.
But the priorities don't change. Water, fire, shelter, food. In that order.
The longer you go without it, the harder it is to think about anything else.
But once you get even a small meal, it's like someone slowly turns the dimmer switch back up.
Hunger shows you who you are when everything comfortable gets stripped away.
Every piece of this camp was built with calories I didn't really have to spare.
But it kept me alive long enough to prove what 3 days without food actually feels like.
Leave as little behind as you can. The forest doesn't need your trash.
This creek was my lifeline, even when it couldn't feed me.
Time to leave this little world behind and rejoin the one that has grocery stores.
Out here, 3 days without food is a lesson. In real life, it's something you should never have to go through by accident.
But if you ever do, I hope seeing this gives you a mental roadmap.
Feed your body when you can, and train your mind for the times you can't. This was 3 days with no food, and what really happens inside a human being.
I'm Ethan, and this was my alone survival. Take care of your body, protect your mind, and respect the wild.